YouTube? What you doing? Huh? Get some money? I hope you get some money. You better be getting some money. If you didn't know, it's Block Life Vlogs, aka the Trucking Block. Back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up and notification bell. It does not cost you a thing to do so. Comment. Interact with me. I interact back. If you don't like the video, hit the dislike. YouTube analytics, right? Now, I want to make a response video to a certain commenter, and anyone that is watching my videos that feels like this commenter does. You say Block Life, what is that? Okay, well, I had a commenter go under both the videos. Well, I believe it's both the videos I covered in regards to the two Schneider drivers being terminated for recording while driving. Basically doing a policy violation and then being terminated. Now, one of the videos, the first video that I put out, was not made after I found out they were terminated. That first video I put out was actually put out before the first guy got terminated. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you don't. But this is for the person that responded and the people that know what's going on. Because like I said before, I'm not going to put other channels' names in my title or tag them to get attention off of their clout. I'm going to do it on my own, organically. But I am going to talk about things that I believe are pertinent to trucking and everything we do out here. Now, this channel is going to be started off of my trucking. I hope to reach other things later on with it. But for right now, we're in the trucking realm, so I'm going to talk about it. And if you believe you disagree with anything I'm talking about, or you have any ideas for me to cover, hit my comments, DM me, email me to the description below. Now, that being said, I'm not going to put their name out there, but one of the two Schneider drivers was the main focus for this commenter. He was stating, and I knew who he was talking about. He didn't even have to say the name. Now, that first video, like I was saying, was put out before old boy was terminated. It was put out after I commented under old boy's video, because I'm subscribed to him. I get notifications on his videos and lives. I like him. I like watching him. I like his charisma. You know, I like his energy, his vibes. Seems like a cool dude. But I comment under his videos warning him not to do what he was doing, because I knew how mega carriers play. I mean, I ain't gonna say I knew, I know. This is a constant thing that I'm gonna know. I work for 3 mega carriers. One was under the other, but it's considered a different carrier, so 3 mega carriers. And all 3 of these mega carriers had cellular device policies or electronic device policies. However they worded it, I can't remember exactly, but I knew that I was not to be using my cell phone, like holding it while driving against my head, or talking to it, or interacting with my camera on my phone, or using a camera to interact with while I'm driving. I knew that. So I went and warned old boy in the comments. He might have read it, might not have. I don't know. I think he read one of my comments, because he actually said something that pertained to what my comments said. But my comments were light. My comments were just warnings. It wasn't, oh, you dummy this, or you gonna get yourself fired that. It was like, hey man, I just basically was like, be careful, move strategically. What was my words? Move strategically when making your videos, because I noticed not only was he recording while driving for this mega carrier Schneider, he also was saying some things about them. He was upset in one of his videos. He said something about them, and I was like, that's not the way to go. And my reason for commenting under there and saying that to him is because I've watched 3 other YouTubers get done the same way. They had charisma. They had a channel that was growing fast. They had attention on them because they were doing what he's doing. Except he's going further with it because he went as far as to keep making videos about it after it happened. Now, one of the guys that got fired that I know of previous to this happening, to the 2 Schneider drivers, previous to 2 Schneider drivers getting fired, he did try to go after, but his channel ain't really went nowhere after that. I don't know if it's because he didn't have the same passion before, or I don't know. But anyway, that's all I was trying to do, was to stop that from happening. But it happened anyway, so I put the video out. I was like, man, I already made the video, I might as well just put it out now. So I did, and it's getting some views and positive comments. But one of them was, you know, came at me a little bit, and he said on there, most of you YouTubers are cap. And I'm not saying you, but a lot of them be hating, wishing they had this or that. I'm just. It's not verbatim, it's not exact words, but you can go to my comments and check out those 2 videos I covered about the Schneider drivers. And then he goes on to say that I should support him or offer support and not be negative, and it's Schneider's fault, right? He says that in the first video, and then he goes to comment in the second video as well, the same thing, just about on how Schneider was wrong. I don't know. Some of these guys on the CB, I get it that we have a certain vernacular with the CB, but y'all be taking the country accent a little too far sometimes, man. In my opinion, I think some of y'all be faking it. You ain't gotta. I understand some of y'all do have an accent, but y'all be putting your lips all against the mic. Take your lips off the mic so we can understand what you're saying, or buy a better quality radio. Anyway, back to what I was saying. After he says it again on the second video, I replied to both comments. And I tell them, see, some drivers just don't care. And mind you, the guy driving this car that wouldn't let me get over, so I wouldn't be in the same lane as a car that's disabled back there. He's a cop. He's in a regular car, but he's a cop. Man, he's shaking my head, man. Hey, you put your signals on and they just don't pay attention to it. Back when I'm saying, I keep getting distracted. I reply to both comments, and I broke it down for him. I told him in there that we're grown, we have CDLs and a responsibility when it comes to driving these big rigs. We got to pay attention to detail. So if we pay attention to detail on the road, shouldn't we pay attention to detail when we sign up for the job? That is Schneider's equipment, fuel, brokering, and authority. You got to follow their policies when you sign on the dotted line. They hand you a paper stating that this new employee understands the policies and procedures put forward in front of them, and they're going to follow them, and they're going to sign here stating that they understand. There's so many words. I said that to him in a reply. On both. I replied to them both. Now I'm going to tell you on here. Okay? And this will be the last time I talk about the 2 Schneider drivers being terminated or not being able to gain employment because something on the DAC report. Now, one of the brothers, he'll be all right. He immediately went the direction that I thought of when he said he got turned down for the company that he was going to next. safety turned them down, which I knew that safety would say no. I mean, this is how they look at it. You've made videos recording while driving. They have a policy in place themselves as well. Then, on top of that, you badmouth the company to a certain extent on one of your videos as well. And then, you know, it was a couple mistakes made that were recorded too. And then you're terminated for it. Do you think the next week, the next company's gonna be like, oh, come on board, if they got the same policy? They're not. They're not. And that's for the commenter. That's for the commenter and anybody that's thinking like that commenter. For the young man that was fired, he already know what's up. He done his research. He did exactly what I would have did if I was in his shoes. Very smart move, dude. And that's why I watch him. Because yet he made the mistake, he still is able to maneuver around it. So, anyway, break it down for you real quick. What I said in my videos wasn't cap. I'm not cap. I'm one of the most genuine, honest people you'll meet on this YouTube. My family knows it. Anybody that knows me knows it. Now, I have a past, but I'm not going to dig into that. But who I am today and what integrity I have put forth in the past 5 years of my life, hey, anybody that knows me knows me. Like Mozzie said, if you know who Mozzie is, then you know what time it is. If you know me, you know me. But for you guys on YouTube that don't know me and you just watch me through the screen, understand this. Everything I say is not cap. Every single word I put out here on this YouTube is facts. So when he said I was cap, I ain't gonna lie. I know comments and people saying stuff about you is not supposed to affect you, which it don't, but it still kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I had to get at that one. And then as far as hating, far from it, man. I want to see that young man win. I want to see him and the other young man win. They got a big following. Their following is going to get bigger. And what they're doing is monumental for the new guys. Their mistakes is going to help the next guy not make the same mistake. So that's what's up. Keep doing what you're doing. Me personally, when I was new, I wouldn't have did it because I read the policies. Which brings me to the next point. The reason why I didn't agree with the commenter saying that it's Schneider's fault is because we're grown. You're applying for a job that is a serious job. This ain't your local McDonald's, okay? You're not cooking fries, making hamburgers, and saying how may I help you and taking orders. You're operating a vehicle that can weigh anywhere from 60 to almost 80,000 pounds, right? Normally. Sometimes you get a really light load. But you're operating heavy machinery that's going down the highway at a high rate of speed. Okay? That is property of somebody else. You have a huge responsibility on your shoulders, right? For you and the cars around you. We call them four-wheelers. And the other drivers out here, the other truckers out here. When you get to orientation, you need to read the policies. Not only do they tell you, because from my memory, they tell you this. They might even show you a video. They even put it in writing that you signed. Every policy has this in writing. Any mega carrier you go to will tell you use of electronic device is prohibited. You're not even, a matter of fact, here's how cold mega carriers are. And truckers, tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying, truckers. Some of y'all work for mega carriers. Let me know. Most of the ELDs in these trucks, I'm going to say most because I don't know. Smaller companies might let you touch the ELD while the vehicle's in motion. But I'm going to say most because I know JB Hunt, Very, and USX had their ELD set up to where you can't even access your ELD while the vehicle's in motion. It'll lock the screen. When you touch it, it does nothing. That shows you how serious they are about using electronic devices while driving. Now, granted, I'm recording right now. I done said this before. Granted, I'm recording right now. But I'm not holding the phone. I'm not holding a conversation with somebody on the other end. I'm just recording. Okay? And furthermore, I work for an owner-operator. That's the difference. But back to what I was saying. When you go to orientation, you sign that paper, you basically telling them, yes, I understand. And if I don't follow the policy, y'all can do what you put in writing, which is 9 times out of 10, warning, write-up, or termination. That's your 3 options when it comes to it. And for the most part, they're going to go with the last option because they're trying to make a point. They're trying to save their rear end. Think about this. The person that let these 2 guys go, more than likely, is a supervisor. They don't own Schneider. That supervisor has a duty to uphold. They have a wife, kids. Even if they're not married, they still have family or some kind of thing they have to take care of, bills, whatever. Their livelihood is at stake if they don't stand on the policy. So they can't go in there and be like, well, smack you on the head, don't do it again. Because they know you might do it again. So they got to do what they got to do. Right? They got to do what they got to do, man. Because you didn't pay attention to the policy. Now, this ain't no diss to neither one of them drivers because I understand they're new. And like Bonehead Trucker said, most people don't read that kind of stuff. Because I saw his video covering the Schneider drivers being terminated. And I also watched the Agent Mine. But just follow the rules. It ain't your equipment. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on it. It's not your equipment. So for that commenter to be so upset that Schneider did it and it wasn't right, they told them guys before it happened. They told them when they were hired, hey, you can't do this. Matter of fact, sign this. So I know that you know that we know there's a clear understanding and indication that you can be terminated for using an electric device or a cellular device to record or talk while driving. That includes Apple Watches too. I'll give you even more of my background real quick. I used to work for the railroad. They are very serious about it. There's no cell phone use at all. Matter of fact, they want you to turn it off and then stow it away. What is stow it away, Block Life? That is put it in your lunch bag or a backpack off your body. That's how serious they. And if they catch you with it, they can put you out of service, just like a truck driver. But they're putting your body out of service. You can't do nothing. You can't operate, do nothing. You can't walk on the yard unless you go into a building or go into your car or you put out of service. Alright? Give you more of my background. Waste management. I worked there for a short stint before I came. I'm going to say short. I ain't an expert on waste management. I just worked there for like a couple months. I had a gravy route in the city out, about 20 minutes away from my house. The job, I liked it at first until it became very, very labor oriented. And you're probably thinking, well, don't be lazy about it, do the job, man. I didn't work hard labor jobs since the age of 14. I'm not doing that no more. That's why I'm trucking. Shoot, hey. Most I'm going to do is hook up airlines, pigtail, pull the fifth wheel, drop the landing gear, close doors, put a seal on, or maybe climb in the back to sweep the trailer out. I ain't about to do that. Hey, that day's over. So I quit that job, but even with that job, no cell phone use. Not as bad as the railroad. You can have it on your person, and it doesn't have to be off, but you can't talk on it at all. There's no communication. Watches too. There's no communication unless you had the parking brake pulled. And if you got a front loader, fork stowed away, sitting still. That's the only way you can do that. So it's not just trucking. A lot of these companies have that policy in place to keep employees honest and aware of what they're doing, especially safety sensitive jobs. So no, I don't agree with it. They knew what they were getting into. They just didn't know because they didn't pay attention or take time to read it because it was there in front of them to read. Treat it like you would if you was about to sign for $1 million with a certain interest rate and a price to pay if you ain't making your payments on it. Think of it like that. Take it very serious. That's all I got to say about it. Block Life Vlogs, man. AKA the Trucking Block. And like, comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, notification bell. Comments down below. Interact with me. I interact back. If you don't like the video, dislike. YouTube analytics, right? Oh yeah. Before you close out this video, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before April 18th. That's my birthday. I turned the big 3-4. April 18th, okay? That's the deadline. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's keep this channel going, keep it growing. All right? I'm gonna keep kicking this knowledge and keeping it real with y'all. I mean, that's all I can be. Ain't no cap. All right, then. Peace.